I welcome you, sir, this evening by the names of Benon. I'm the agronomist of ADG in the region of Masaka. I welcome you to come, as we had informed you that we shall meet you to speak with you, so how to cooperate with ADG to improve the farming in Uganda. I'm pleased that you're able to come and also accepting that to come and appreciate and respecting our invitation. Also, we are open to speak with you and also share with you how to develop the farming in Uganda. Can you please introduce your name and your experience with farming so that we continue? I'm by the name of semuwemba Sula. I'm found in the place called Kanyanyarigo. I do farming in passion fruits and maize. Farming has not been bad. It has been moving on well. So we really want you to do the farming, Mr. Sola. So you said you come from where? So Chirinyagigo Chiri is found in Chivinge in Rengo district. How are the people in Rengo? They are good. They are doing passion fruits also. They do passion fruits, also maize, and also coffee. They do farming very much, and also coffee, not coffee, maize comes out in plenty. How big do you do farming in maize? I do 1 acre. Where I do farming for maize is equivalent to 1 acre. Do you do the farming every season on that place? I don't do farming every season on that farm. Usually I do maize every 4th month. In the 4th month. Or this 4th season. How about the other season when you're not planting in that farm? What do you do? I just leave it to rest. I don't do anything on it. So it means you leave the land to rest. You don't do even beans or anything. Why don't you usually dig? Or why do you leave the land to rest during that time? In that place, I only plant maize. In other places, I plant passion fruits. So you have a farm of planting of passion fruits. How big is the farm of passion fruits? I do a half acre. Half acre. So explain to me how you are doing the maize farming, the problems you face, you experience. And also tell me about the passion fruit. What is the importance and also what is the benefit? And also the problems in maize. And also tell me the type of maize which you use and which you plan maybe to use in the future. I have not found any difficulty in maize farming. If I use fertilizer, it comes out very well. So which fertilizer do you use? I use Simba, Panda Power. What have you found in Panda Power? What have you found unique about Panda Power? Since I've started using Panda Power, my maize has increased the output. Before Panda Power, what did you use? I was using a certain fertilizer. I was using DAP. Since you stopped using DAP and then you started using Panda Power, do you see any difference? Really, the difference is that also Panda Power was able to give me what I really desire. What was the benefit that you received from Panda Power? Does it bring a high yield? Does it bring heavy harvest or what? It Panda Power makes the yield to produce like maize to produce 3 cobs per stock. And then I can receive the harvest which is very abundant. So I cannot change from Panda Power. So as per now is what we use. We cannot use Panda Power. The fertilizer we are using, we have to drop. Now we are using Panda Power. In Ngwengo district, are there people who use Panda Power or only you? Because sometimes your farmers are very unique. When you find something good, you don't tell your neighbors. Is there any change you are telling me about other farmers about Panda Power? When I found Panda Power, I informed my father. I informed him, and he started using it. He's the only person I've ever informed, and he started using it. So, Mr. Sula, how did you come to know Panda Power? How did how inform me about it? So I have some fertilizers in town, in Masaka town. When I went to Masaka town, Mr. Semakula was able to show me this fertilizer. He told me, try this fertilizer. It will work for you. In the beginning, he was the one giving me the first one. When I returned back, then I informed him that this one which you gave me will be better than the previous one, which I was using. So I started using that fertilizer. I believed in him, but I received a harvest which I have never received. Because my father does more farming than me. Also, I was able to show him, and also he adopted it. And he said also it was working well for him. So when Mr. Samakola told you were able to adopt it, that very season I used it, and it worked for me very well. Even me, I never kept quiet. I told my father because he was doing more farming than me, and he said it was working for him. That is very good, Mr. Smakula. So you mean also your father is using Panda Power. He cannot shift from Panda Power. Yes, Panda Power. We cannot shift from Panda Power. In Masaka, where you buy these products, do you trust that person very much? Who directed you on this product? Yeah, he's my agronomist. He's the one who feeds me with knowledge about farming. Apart from Mrs. Makula in Masaka, are there other people? Are there other agronomists that you work with? No, I don't have any other who I work with. I usually work with Mrs. Makula. He is the one who guides me what to do. He showed me something and then it worked. Whatever is challenging, I ask him. Panda Power was new, and for you, you're using the other old fertilizer. When when you are using Panda Power, was there any worry that you had in you? How to use it properly? Because the product was new, and you had some product you are using. You can find it in the market. The time I came from the shop from Mrs. Makula, even I feared, will this work for me? He told me the ingredients inside. When I left the shop, I agreed that it would work for me because Mrs. Makula could guide me in so many issues. So do you use Mrs. Makula very much? Yes, I do use him very much. Mrs. Makula uses Mrs. Makula's fertilizers and seeds. So when do you buy the items from him? I usually buy when the season is beginning. Do you buy from the same place? Yes, I buy from the same place because he's my friend. Is there any situation when you went to his shop and you don't find your orders or what you want to order? It has ever happened. I find sometimes the things which I want he doesn't have. Yet he's the one who is my supplier. What did you do? Did you leave the order? No, I did not leave the order. He could direct me to another shop and also he could buy for me those products from another shop. He could buy for me those products from another shop. In these times, how do you decide what to buy, how to use it, and where to buy it? So, or you just wake up and say, hey, let me go and buy Panda Power. When the season begins, I have prepare and plans where to buy those things. Even I come with them in the village. So you buy them at once, and I go with them in the village. Sometimes when maize is about to shoot up, it has some specific fertilizers that are needed for it to grow. And the herbs for pesticides and the herbicides which I use specifically for maize. So that's why I go back and I have to buy them. So when you go back to pick it, you first inquire from him because he has everything in his shop. I just tell him what I want to do, and he says, take this, and it will work for me. In your time as a farmer, did you ever receive anybody there? You ever ordered something and never worked for you? Before I was using Mrs. Makula, I ever bought some seeds and it failed to shoot, even to grow, to germinate. How did you do? I had to go and buy other type, and then I planted it in the same place where I had planted the previous. And I had to, even that season, the output was not good. I did not have a good output. How about the person who sold you that content? other product. So I have to leave that supplier. By the time I received Mrs. Makula, so the most of the problems which I find which are not related to produce are just weather conditions. When the sun is too hot, that is the challenge. But according to the seeds and also the fertilizer, he gives me the best. So I see now you buy from Mrs. Makula only. Before you go to him, are there some qualifications or standards you have to pass for him to pass so that you can buy from him or order from him? There are some standards which I use. I may tell him I want some seeds which can sprout, and he give me the fertilizers which can help these seeds to grow up and without delays. And he gives me pineapple. I first inquire from him about the product I want to farm. So these inquiries are helping you to come out to bring out the best product, the best produce. I think really Mrs. Makula is working something in there, and he's a good man, and he knows farming. Let me ask Mrs. Makula. Are there some products like fertilizers or herbicides which you feel your love for them is too much? Any herbicides which you say that if I find this one, I don't need any other product. Don't tell me about any other product, and why do you make such choice? Yes, I have such fertilizer. There is one fertilizer which is called Canisable. So you told me you are a passion fruit grower. Yes. When I put this fertilizer on a passion fruit, really the output is really incredible. If I find that fertilizer, I don't inquire about any fertilizer. If I find this fertilizer, I don't order anything apart from it. I don't take anything. It is the same with pineapple. Yes, similar with pineapple. What did you discover from it? This fertilizer, it makes the plant to grow with strength. And also diseases don't easily attack it. But you find that some fertilizers easily are attacked. Some fertilizers, some plants are easily attacked regardless of putting that fertilizer. But this plant usually has power when I apply this fertilizer, and it is able to grow on speed. It is not attacked by, it is not able to be attacked by any disease. How do you find this caricible, which is the passion fruit fertilizer? It works for me very well. Mm, it works for me very well. Even even me, are you really contented with the fertilizer? Yeah, I'm really contented. So I think if you meet Mr. Smakula, we should give him some appreciation. Yeah, he's working in Masaka. He has an agro shop. He has everything what I need. When they're selling these products, the agro farm products, is the way they pack them or design them. Do you think the packaging has the way it influences what you buy on the market? Yeah, the packing really inspired me much before someone guided me on what to buy. Usually, when I find something which looks nice, I usually had to buy. I found problems on that, but when I got someone who guides me, I don't usually focus on that. So it means even though the delivery has an issue, like if it is delivered, I don't care so much. I take the delivery because I trust that man. He gives me things which are original. That's why I trust him. There are some things which challenges you. Sometimes I inquire myself, I ask myself, you are a passion fruit grower. Even maize, you grow maize. Passion fruit is for season. Even maize is for season. Are there any other jobs that you do apart from this? Yes, I have some other jobs. Yes, I have some other jobs which can give me some income even when the other one is out. Like in the rainy season, there are situations also where you have planted and you have not harvested, yet you want some inputs. So how do you do? Yeah, really it needs money to sustain. So I usually work on my second job to get money and to buy these inputs slowly by slowly. So the money you get from the other businesses, you use it to reinvest in your farming and wait for the season when it comes. If you are lucky and you meet another farmer who is doing farming in passion fruits and maize, but the difference between this farmer, for him, he has no other business like you. What what guidance can you give him? What guidance can you give him? What guidance can you give him? Because sometimes he has to reach a point when he needs some inputs. Yet this person is just in the beginning of the season, yet he needs inputs. What advice do you give to that person? Because this person has no other job, side job. The advice I would give this person, you can plant some coffee. You can plant some coffee or matoke or bananas, and you could sell this matoke, and also you could buy one sack of fertilizers. But for me, I had not entered into that business because I was focusing on coffee, even bananas. I was focusing on passion fruit and maize. So you sell the matoke and you get money for the fertilizers. What challenge do you find getting the right inputs, also products for doing your farming? The problem which I face is that if I don't go to Masaka to go to my friend in my village, there's a lot of fake chemicals. I'm going to be fall into fake products. But if I'm able to go to town, this supply is able to give me the best. If I don't get time to go to town, it's not easy to get what I don't want. So doesn't this also affect your productions? It affects me really much. These are some of the problems which I face. Sometimes I don't have much to go to Masaka. That is the biggest problem, to get the right product, to get in my village, to get the right product in my village. I have to wait until I go to town to get that product from the same supplier or my friend. So if you move from if you move from the village and you come to the town and you find your very best friend has no that product, or the supplier doesn't have the product you need, and it took a lot of time to come. It took a lot of time to come from Kalinjanigo, from Rengo district, and you find this person is not around. How how do you deal with that? I really am perturbed by that. Really, I may find that I don't get what I want. So if you're in your village, your hometown, how long does it take you to receive what you need? Is it a whole day? It needs me to ride a motorcycle from the village like for 40 minutes. Do you have problems moving on long distances to get what you want? Always the problems are there. case you are coming from Kenya, maybe I'm going to Masaka, and you get another place where you can buy something from Chotela. Would it be easier for you to go to Chotela than going to Masaka to get what you want? It is usually difficult. So usually I prefer if I get another person who is like Semakula. I find either this person in Chotela or in the next villages. That would work for me really very much. How could you manage your payments with Mr. Semakula? Not every day that I clear with cash. If I explain to him, even though I don't have money, he can give me the products. So I don't have problem with him. So I pay him when I get. When I lose, I don't have money, I have nothing or no money on account. Sometimes I have to first sell. And then I have to return the money. Do you add interest on what you take to him when you took things on credit? No, I don't add any interest. But I bought the price which I bought the products is the same price which you have to return. Is what I return. Is there no issue of returning bonus money or interest? No, there's no issue of interest with Mrs. Makula. He's really my friend. So so you mean that it is possible to get these items or products on credit? Yes, it is possible. What experience have you found while you're farming, like getting things on credit? The time of planting has arrived, yet you need to buy, and you have 1 acre of maize. Yet you need some good seeds, and they tell you 1 acre you need 10 kilograms, and they tell you the good seeds, every kilo is 11,000 or 12,000. If you get a chance to receive things on credit, according to experience and the years you have spent in farming, how have you found these products or the system? Yeah, the prices, they always change and changes. The price always change. Does it change because you receive things on credit? No. It changes according to what I order. So the seedlings for maize, really the price is different. It is 25,000 and the other needs 15,000, and so you decide maybe giving the one for 25,000. So in acquisition of credit services, what is your experience on those programs? Do you have any issues with it? As personal as you, does it benefit you that I've received the receipts in time, so that when I get this the money I have to return or repay? So the person you are obtaining credit from, uh, doesn't he have any problem with you? How is your relationship with him? I have no issues with him. Can I even speak to him? Yes, I can even give you his number. Even you can inquire from him. Why we usually ask this question is because when you supply to these shops, sometimes they say they took things from you on credit, so you have not paid any money to them. What do you have to say to the farmer who wants to pick the money, but he cannot clear the money? How to deal with that issue? There's a situation where I say I received the products, yes, but I gave it to the farmers. They said they will bring the money, but up to now they have not cleared. What do you say about these farmers? If they have your product and they don't have money, and they promise they'll give you part today, that they promise to get money in the future. When you reach this condition, what can you advise a farmer? You have to see to get a shop where you can be trusted, which is easy for you. Also, dealing in cash is better. When you get the money, also you can clear. And when you pay, this person also gains trust in you. That is how farming can also be possible. Have you found any problem in paying? No, I haven't found any problem. Everything was working for me very well. I get the money, I pay him. If this person can give you things on credit, sometimes it gives you terms and conditions that when you get money, you can pay back. Or during the end of the season, you can pay back. Do you decide, or he's the one who decides the period of repayment? I inform him that I'm taking these products, but the time I get your money, I can pay you back. And surprisingly, he sees that I'm paying his money back. If I get someone like ADG, what if we as ADG, we come to you and the season is ripe or is ready, and sometimes you want some fertilizers or other things. What if sometimes you don't have some money and you say we are going to give you, but when we give you, we don't give you for free, and we are giving you on credit. Do you think if there is this credit scheme, how would it benefit?